Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Jaguars going up against the Jets.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. And it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ground. This is Leonard Fournette finding room at the 30, and he cuts it right sideline. Fournette fighting for. There he goes right side. A huge play there right off the bat. 76 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Bortles going to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Play clock winding down. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Detroit!
They go again with Powell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll toss here to Powell. And some room to maneuver. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. This is the running back, Powell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. In motion, Safarian Jenkins. The play clock's running down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In motion, Safarian Jenkins. In motion, the tight end. Here's Patty. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Then, Charles, for Robbie Anderson, one of the few bright spots for the Jets this last year in what was otherwise a pretty forgettable season.
Yeah, not bad for an undrafted guy from Temple. He had 63 catches, nearly 1,000 yards, had 7 touchdowns. My favorite moment of the year, though, was when he scored a TD and went right to the camera and told the fans to vote for him for the Pro Bowl. Trying to get the people's vote out.
Here's Powell, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Petty now. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is knocked down from the side. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Complete outright to Kurz. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good draft.
2nd down following the run. Again, it's Fournette. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Bohannon, the fullback. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the ground. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mercedes Lewis, 48 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Fielded about a yard deep. The New York Jets working their way back onto the field, and last year a 3-2 start, very promising start, but then a 2-9 finish the rest of the way. Now Todd Bowles, Charles, was given the vote of confidence. He'll be back in 2018.
And I think it's a good vote of confidence and for the right reasons. Remember, before the season, how many times have we joked that everyone we talked to said the Jets would go 0-16?
Yeah.
They were very competitive throughout the year. They played hard for Coach Todd Bowles, so that makes sense. But when you look at their offense, everyone wants to talk about the quarterback position. I don't think there's a spot on the offense that they couldn't improve with draft choices and free agency. So that's an offense that needs total retooling.
Yeah, so with the high draft pick 1st round, it's not a given that they're going quarterback.
Not a given, but if there's one they like, I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and take him.
And his throw here's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Powell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
His throw caught right around the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Check.
They run with Powell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bilal Powell taking it in for 7 yards away. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Bortles trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go now.
run again. Again, it's Powell. He will push his way down to about the 14. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They're going to look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
All right, here we go. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Check, no, check. Patriot! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darren Lee picks it. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah.
And I think the ball's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. 319. Flag 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be knocked down sideways near the 48-yard line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right now. Check 4.
Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Bortles now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw here. He hits Greg, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A solid pickup.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory out on the field. As Forte's Jets going up against Jordan Howard's Bears.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Jets. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. For Jordan Howard, Charles, last year in 2017, not quite as good as the great rookie year he had in 2016.
And a big part of that, very simply, there weren't any playmakers around him to keep defenses back and keep things stretched. He was running into 8- and 9-man boxes on almost every carry. So I thought he had a tremendous year. Number 6 in the league in rushing after being number 2 a season before.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got a man, it's right. He'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move, as that gives him a first down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying for his running back, Bilal Powell. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15, and the Bears take over. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd down following the run. From the gun, it's Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Completion left side to Miller. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And now it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And New York set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They begin with a carry for Powell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On second down, Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They start this with a run for Powell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. See if they stay on the ground for second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Petty now. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. 23 yards on the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They run the counter now on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Danny Trevathan. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Petty. Carrying one deep for Curse. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Curse, 32 yards. And the Jets can take the lead now with an extra point. And he's got it up and through. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Chicago's offense getting set to take over, and it's a crew, not only offensively, but defensively, obviously, collectively. The 4 straight last-place finishes. That's what they're facing as they enter 2018. Now, if there's a silver lining, I guess, they did go from 3 wins to 5 wins last year.
But you're really exciting the fans on that one, aren't you?
I was reaching.
Look, they finished number 10 on defense in the league, which was really somewhat remarkable because they had a number of injuries on all 3 levels, and somehow they fashioned that together. But Mitchell Trubisky, their rookie quarterback, who played well in spurts, they've got to surround him with talent, and a number 1 receiver would be a great place to begin. Because right now, the guys playing the perimeter, they're not going to give you very many game-breaking plays.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
All right, here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 33. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it. And we've seemingly lost communication with Larry. Good news, though, both teams somehow already back on the field and ready for the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out now come the Jets. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Let's go. Leopard. Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Mitch Unrein in there to sack him for a loss of 6. To throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Time running out here on the play clock.
Hurry up, here we go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That's caught by Meredith right side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So second down, 3 yards to go now. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. And this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Dumps off to Powell, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second down and 4. Play clock winding down. They're going to look to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The play clock's running down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is running. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
Here we go now. Go.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Now Trubisky on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Thinking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Needed 13. They got 14 on third down. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe he's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Detroit! Detroit! No. All right, here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go! No. Check. Patriot!
They'll set up a throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time. Third down here. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Taking it about the 16. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Dancing to his left, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Rams going up against the Jets.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. 1, 9,
before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
To throw on second down is gone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play. They look for him to try.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Demario Davis able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Play action. They'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the Rams now coming out on the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Boy, Charles, Todd Gurley finished the year with a bang. And even though they lost the Falcons, he was over 100 yards in that game. Weeks 15 and 16, he was fantastic. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Gun, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Now, look at 56. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And now it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
Petty now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Over.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got Curse. 26 yards on the pickup there. That's good for a Jets first down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. And to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The slot man in motion right.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Mark Barron in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Slot man moves right. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Let's go.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 32 yards.
And they pick up the first down on a fourth down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stop them on third down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Here's Petty. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
In motion, Safarian Jenkins.
Check. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Mark Barron. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Going for it has paid off twice already on this drive. Can they convert again on fourth down? Let's see. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And the Rams getting set to go now.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with both.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jets have recovered.
All right, partner, the risk of piling on. Whenever Jared Goff fumbles the football, the first thing people are going to flash back on is leading up to the draft, the size of his hands. They're right on the borderline about what teams want in the size for a quarterback.
Well, you were knee-deep in all of that draft stuff when he was going through it. That was much talked about, you said.
It certainly was. I didn't think it was as big a deal as people made it out to be. To me, it's much more of a concentration thing, making sure that you're aware of it, take care of the ball a little bit better. I don't care what the size of your hands are. A lot of guys could use some work on covering the football, not letting the defense get to it.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction it...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Forced out, looking this time for ones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
That was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The final shot before half from McCown. And his first throw here is incomplete. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
A dump off to Forte. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go now. Green.
Now a play fake here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Gone. Buying time to his... And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Goff now on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. So they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker.
Fresh set of downs here. From the 50, it's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, Goff. Flushed out right. Room here to run. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. From the gun, here's Goff. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw, Goff. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Demario Davis in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And the back goes into motion. On second down, here's Goff. And incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Goff on third and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Well, partner, they're still going to have to go for it after that play. And I'm not sure that the running game is going to be a part of what they have to do on fourth down now.
From this far out, you wouldn't think so. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Back to throw now on first down. And he finds his tight end, Chris Gregg. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run the counter now on first down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, and it's second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1970.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Jets going up against the Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New York Jets. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On first down, it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Got some room at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Play clock winding down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Patty. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Patty now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage. That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
Here we go now. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Ooh, so a little bit of an exhale after that one for the head coach. That looked like a mishit maybe of some sort, but he managed to get it over the bar.
I almost wonder if someone got a finger on it because it was a pretty atypical kick from a guy of his caliber.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out right around the 39. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. On first down, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now it's Newton. And this one complete right side to Funches. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess, 28 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And he motions the wide receiver.
20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Russell Shepard, 30 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dumps off to Powell. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A huge play there for the Jets. 48 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Newton now to throw. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, well, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go now. 3-19.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3.
They'll drop to throw. The 20, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Trying to improvise. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
No.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, good move. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The swing pass caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On second down, here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 42. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw, Newton. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again. Newton. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Here's Newton. And this one is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And now out come the Jets. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top. And we're back now in Charlotte. Here's Patty. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard right at the 10-yard line. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go.
Here we go. Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Detroit!
Petty now. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is down to 4. Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right? It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experience. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Funches with a catch over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. On 4th down, Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And that will force a turnover on downs. Back to throw. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Switch. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Newton's going to throw it. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Newton. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. That's fielded in the end zone. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
You know what really fires up?
Run. Get it. Yeah, baby. Boom.